Are these prints worth your time and filament? Today we're going to take a look at 4 prints that caught my eye, and I'll let you know whether you should print it or skip it. First up, we have this cool looking medieval scroll case that I saw in MakerWorld. This is one of those prints that you look at and wonder, is it actually going to look that good in real life? Well, today I'll let you know. This print does not require AMS, which is always nice, but it does work best in 3 separate colors. Unfortunately, I ran out of my really dark brown, so my color is a little bit closer than I would have liked, but we'll see if it turns out okay anyways. The maker does note that it does require some glue for assembly, so let's see how this goes. And here we have it, our mostly finished product. I may have lost a rivet at one point. I'll just print another one, it's fine. Not a big deal. The only thing I didn't really care for is the buckle itself. It didn't print great, and whenever I tried to clean it up with a torch and even deburring it, it didn't help it. And when I tried to deburr it, I ended up snapping it in half. So just beware, you might want to reprint it, you might need to mess around a little bit with it. Everything else printed great exactly how it was laid out on the STL file. I only used 0.2 millimeter height, so nothing crazy, and you still get a really good level of detail. And then obviously you have the screw cap, which is a nice little add-on. I did know that some people mentioned having issues where the screw cap didn't line up when they printed it. I didn't have that issue, lines up just fine. I do want to try doing one other thing. We're going to see what it looks like with a little bit of black paint on it. So let's see how this goes. And there it is with a little bit of post-processing. I think it looks pretty good. I'm sure somebody will let me know that I didn't do it right, but this was my first time doing it and you make do with what you had. I had some acrylic paint and some water and paper towel, and hey, I think it turned out okay. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Should I have kept it originally how it was, or does it look good with that little extra depth from the black paint? Unfortunately, I did end up breaking the buckle again. I'll have to fix that again later. I'm a sucker for these fun little clickers. My kids can give away at school. They're great for special occasions like Valentine's Day, and they're really easy to make. All you have to do is throw a bunch of them on the same build plate, hit print, and let the filament roll. This one did require AMS for these little faces on it, but you could easily make some small modifications and just raise the face up one layer and just change the color yourself manually if you want to do something like the Prusa without any sort of multicolor. Now, let's see how they come together. And here we have it, our Valentine's Day fidgets. Like I said, so easy to make, took no time at all. I spent more time deburring than I did actually assembling the things. The only gripe that I have with these particular prints would be that I don't know why they had the orientation the way that they did. I don't know why this wasn't on the print bed and I could have avoided all of that support material, but maybe it is the most optimized way to get the best layer lines. I'm not sure. You could give it a try the other way. If you do, let us know in the comments below so that other people know. The only other thing that you need to be cautious of is that there are the 3 different faces, which are cool, but when you're replicating them, if you want all of the different faces, make sure you replicate all of the different faces. I almost ended up with 30 of these. That wouldn't have been fun. So just be on the watch out. Before we get into the next build, if you enjoy content like this, make sure to hit subscribe. I'm going to make a new video like this every single month, and if you enjoy original creations, check out those videos too. I aim for about 2 of those every month as well. Now, on to the next build. With Valentine's Day right around the corner, it seemed like a perfect time to figure out whether a dozen of these would be just as good as the real deal. So, let's find out. And here we have it, a cool little rose. You do have to warm up the leaves a little bit so that you can bend them. I was going to do it with my butane torch, but apparently I ran out of butane. So you just warm up your print bed, throw them on there for a couple of seconds, and you're ready to go. You also use some glue to attach the stem to the rosebud. Like I said, it was pretty easy, pretty nice. I do have to say, printing a dozen of these probably isn't super practical, and it's probably not going to win you any awards with your significant other for Valentine's Day. So maybe this time stick to the real deal. And now for the last one, a dragon scale torch. MakerWorld was doing a contest on torches, and this one really caught my eye. Anytime you see these contests, you see these really intricate designs, and you wonder, if I hit the print button, is it going to look the same as whenever they do? Well, today we're going to find out. And here we have it, a pretty awesome torch. I spend a lot of time prototyping my own builds, and it's nice to step back and do somebody else's build every now and then because you see how they approach a problem. I use super glue, but I really didn't need to. All of the fittings went together perfectly. I just wanted that little extra reassurance whenever I was using it. My only recommendation is that whenever you're printing the flame, make sure that you use the highest layer height that you can. I know that sounds kind of silly, but whenever you're using transparent filament, I have found that the fewer layers, the better, the more transparent it's going to be. I tried knocking it down to the lowest setting I could to get the maximum amount of detail in the flames, but whenever I did that, it created this really opaque, not great looking quality flame. So I just knocked it up to the highest that I could do, and it looks great. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, throw it a like. It really helps me a lot. And be on the lookout for the next video, because this is just the start of the Print Alchemist.